Zidane Daney, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Nerd Chat. I am here with my fellow host.
That's Jack.
Joker will not be joining us today, but also a quick little reminder for all of you: make sure to head on over down to the description and check out the merch store. Just want to remind everyone, we do have the 8-year anniversary hoodie right now. I don't know how long we're going to keep that going, but it's there. It might be something that we'll keep forever, and we'll just change like the name or something. But we'll see what. But make sure that you get it while you can. And also we have a whole bunch of other merch, so make sure that you check it all out. We've got some really cool stuff, and yeah. Anyways, let's get this started. I have no idea what we should talk about.
I'm enjoying playing Mario Kart right now, 50cc, with the entire intention of playing the entire 50cc, at least 50cc, with just
Mario.
Mario and the standard kart.
That'll be fun. I'm intrigued to see how that goes.
Well, so far I've gotten three gold stars on the first cup, so
Nice.
it is 50cc, so you can technically do that without ever touching the controllers. So there's that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's
It's
like
kind of the cheapest win I can find, but it's a win, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's like pretty that's probably the easiest of all of them.
Oh, it absolutely is, yeah.
Yeah. Um oh, also, so I randomly got while I'm thinking about it as well, just completely on a different wave of thought. I recently got a memory pop up, and it was like of my manga collection a few years ago, and I'm laughing at it now because it's just now I have like 500 manga.
Yeah, your collection is enormous. You have a small library.
I have a small library, but uh, maybe eventually I'll have like an actual library at some point.
True.
Of course, probably most of that's gonna be manga, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Um, Also, while I'm thinking about it, just because I have it here. If you ever get The Weakest Tamer begins a journey to pick up trash, um, specifically the manga, and you get once you get the first 2 volumes, let me know and I'll send you volume 3 because I have an extra accidentally.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
What's it about?
it's basically about this kid who can tame slimes and goes on a journey. It's it's a very simple thing. It's practically an isekai. Um,
Oh,
it's a I can't believe it's not isekai thing. But it's
yeah.
kind of cool. Um, I plan. I haven't really read too much of it, but like it just looks cute, and yeah. Like I said, if you get volumes 1 and 2, just let me know, and I'll send you volume 3 because
Okay.
so yeah. Same thing goes for Joker. Whoever gets there first can have it. uh, but yeah. Um, yeah. Oh. Speaking of which, I have gotten so many freaking manga. It's just like I said, 500, and it's just
Have you read them all?
no, I have not. I like a good. I'd say maybe like a third of them I haven't read, maybe more. Maybe as much as half, but it's hard to say because especially the bigger series, I've read most of those because as well as I've read a lot of the smaller series. So it's kind of hard to
Mhm.
say exactly how much I've read and how much I haven't. I have a lot of single volumes and some duo volumes that I haven't read yet. Um,
Uh-huh.
just because I haven't gotten around to it. And then also there's some series that I've just been taking my sweet ass time. Like what's a good example? Kaiju number 8. I have like 3 volumes of that. Um I also bought like all of My Dress Up Darling, even though I haven't. All I've done so far with that is like watch the anime, and I think I read the first volume, but I have all 9 volumes that are currently out here in America. Just because of how much that show is just like that's cute. I love it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if that goes anywhere from there. Um, but yeah. Oh, did you watch have you watched any of the new season of Dragon Prince?
No,
How much of Dragon Prince have you watched?
none,
None? Really?
none.
Okay, color me surprised. Um, it's so good, especially since it's made by the people who made Avatar.
I've just never watched it.
Okay. You should at some point. Um, it's really good. It's fun. Um, but obviously I know you have other things on your mind. Also, oh fudge, I need to watch the newest episode of Miraculous. I forgot about that. Oh, so here's where we briefly talk about spoilers. So because there's like a lot of stuff that is gonna be that's currently going on with Miraculous. Basically, season 5 has been completely in order from the beginning. No ifs, no ands, no buts. Just straight in order. No issues whatsoever. Which is the first season that they're doing that, by the way. Um, and basically, it started off with Hawkmoth getting all of the Miraculouses except for the Ladybug and Cat Miraculous. Um, and then they steal back the Bunny Miraculous, and then everything else is currently under the control of Hawkmoth except for the Peacock, I think. Also, the Peacock was taken by Felix, so he's an issue right now. Needless to say, it's really fun. And then there's pretty much each episode has been really delving into the relationship with the characters and stuff like that. Especially like with I think it was Multiplication and Destruction were basically 2 episodes that were happening simultaneously where or I think Multiplication technically happens after Destruction, but what it is Multiplication is specifically focusing on Ladybug and Cat Noir's dealing with all of this stuff, while Destruction is specifically dealing with Hawkmoth. And how Hawkmoth basically went completely silent shortly after they got the Bunny Miraculous back. So, yeah. And basically the reason was because he got hit by a cataclysm. So that's fun. And throughout the rest of the season, he is freaking out because he's been hit by a cataclysm, and it's slowly killing him. While Marinette and Adrien are dealing with just trying to protect the city and learning more about themselves, to the point where as of which one was it? It was, I believe. So it was Transmission and Deflagration, where in that moment, they both give up their Miraculouses, so that they can be regular people for a bit, and then Hawkmoth causes complete chaos. And they have to become Ladybug and Cat Noir again. But in that time, Marinette and Adrien were able to get together.
Oh.
Yeah. So basically, every episode since the Kwame's Choice, they have been together and it's been dealing with their relationship and how they're freaking figuring themselves out. While also dealing with the occasional characters are falling in love, like Zoe, which I know you haven't met her yet, but she is Chloe's sister. She confesses her feelings for Marinette, and Marinette's like, "Oh, but I'm dating Adrien." And it's just like, it's kind of a cute thing, but at the same time, it's like, there's so much chaos with this. It's just, it just gets funny. Um, and now with the latest two episodes, Ladybug and Cat Noir are on the run.
Wow.
Yeah, so basically Chloe basically becomes mayor of Paris, and Marinette and Adrian are on the run. They can't show them. They can't show that they are Ladybug and Cat Noir. They can't even be Ladybug and Cat Noir because then Chloe is going to attack them, and with her super bots that are basically better than the police, and they're designed by uh, Hawkmoth without anybody knowing except for Hawkmoth and Kagami's mother. They're the only ones who know, and it's just like, well, that's fun. So basically, Hawkmoth is completely controlling Paris at this point. So, yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I can't wait to see the newest episode, which is Revolution, and then things are getting insane. That's all you need to know. Besides that, so if I intrigued you with that.
A little.
Yeah. So you've only seen through a little bit of season 2, I believe, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I don't even think have you met Kagami?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, because she's introduced in Riposte, which is the 7th episode chronologically for season 2. So yeah, I imagine that it will probably be a little bit before you get to that point. I know we watched The Collector together.
We did. Yep.
And then I don't know from there. I do have a feeling that I think I told you that the Trash Kraken takes place somewhere in season 2. So
yeah.
And you've read that though, right? Or have you?
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, that pretty much makes sense, especially since Chloe is still a complete asshole. But at the same time, it's debatably canon at this point. It's not 100% certain canon or not. Unfortunate. So, yeah. And then Pandora 7, Volume 2 is coming out. So, are you rereading that yet, or or is it still missing?
I don't know where it is, and I haven't read it the first time.
Yeah. Like, I think you looked at it briefly, and then you were like, this only has 1 volume. How dare you?
I staged a formal protest, yeah.
I think it's gonna, it's at least been confirmed for 4 volumes, at least. At this point in time. But, obviously, yeah. It's still gonna be a while before we have, like, the full series. But I don't know if I don't think it's very popular here in America.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of things aren't. Yeah. We have a very weird culture here in the States.
Yeah. Like,
very weird.
Like, there's, pretty much, with the pretty much any, manga and stuff, pretty much the only time that it ever becomes popular over here in the States is if it gets an anime adaptation.
Yeah, which Pandora 7 will not.
Yeah, well, Pandora 7 might. It's gonna be a while before it happens, but since it's still going, as far as I'm aware, over in Japan.
Yeah.
So it might just take a while before it comes out. Okay. So yeah. So that's fun. So I think Pandora 7 could get an anime adaptation at some point. It's just gonna take a bit, to say the least.
Yeah.
But like, probably one of the series that I stand by. It would have been like one of the most popular series here in America. Frickin' Hunter's Guild Red Hood. I stand by that. I think that would have been really popular over here in America, and it's unfortunately just never going to get the chance because of the fact that it failed over in Japan.
That sucks.
Yeah, like it only got 3 volumes, which
Oh, yeah, this is the one you were sad about.
yeah, that's the one I was sad about. And there's like a whole bunch of other series like that, like Juana and the Dragon Newts, and then I would say freaking Crazy Food Truck, but at the same time, like, its ending was so shit, I don't want it to continue anymore. Huh?
I said that's fair.
Yeah. I told you about that, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, why'd you do that? Like, you could have ended it any possible way. Like, I get it, like, when, like, part of that series, especially, yeah, was her chaos and the fact that she has no shame whatsoever. But at the same time, it's like, did you really have to do that? Like, he is way older than her, and it's just, I don't know.
It seems icky.
It is icky, and it's just like I can deal with the occasional sex scene or whatever in certain manga and and TV shows and whatever, and just random nudity or whatever, but
I think
that is
I think, especially looking at like Dragon Ball and things like that, the United States has a very different point of view on nudity than Japan does.
yes it does.
Because you can look in the first, let's see, the first ever. Let me find it. The first Dragon Ball. And let's see. Like, barely any pages in.
And there's already nudity, yeah.
And there's Goku's dick.
Yeah. Yeah, so that happens. What else had that?
It's not gonna get like detailed or anything, but
yeah. But also, here's another thing. They also had that in like the Mario manga that they made like years ago. Like
yeah.
Like Mario is naked and it's like his dick is like completely exposed and blah 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 blah. They don't give a shit. Like there are certain things where they're like, yeah, we don't want to show that, such as even like the most mature manga series, they won't show like detailed they don't show detailed genitalia, and they never show a vagina at all.
Yeah,
like I've never seen a manga that actually showed that. Even like the most mature stuff will not. Well, there probably are some that will show that, but at the same time, it's like it's not many.
But those wouldn't then those be considered like hentai or whatever?
Yeah, those are usually hentai. Like just
which is designed to be pornographic. So
yeah, exactly. So so that happens, but it's like comparatively, it's like no, you never see it. But you do see like breasts and whatever that happens.
Yeah.
This video will probably be demonetized if it ever got monetized. This one is
definitely. Said the word vagina, there it goes. We're done.
Yeah, we're never having any of that. This video has taken a weird turn. But yeah, like there's like stuff like that, and like I think as a whole, Japan is like it considers like male genitalia, as long as it's not very detailed, that's fine. Exposed breasts are less fine, and then actually like detailed stuff, it's like no. Just no. Like
yeah.
So yeah, and pretty much any series that does have nudity in it, usually tames it down if it's not like the main part. It's not hentai specifically.
Right.
or an ecchi. If it's ecchi, then it might continue to go up. But like even
I just want a series. I just want any series, American, Japanese, fuck whatever, where they just live in a nudist colony.
that would probably be very rated M.
Well, no, but like nothing. They don't have. They don't make it less mature. Like, don't put sex scenes in it. Don't make anybody have random boners, and I mean, except for the fact that that's normal. But like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, don't try and make it dirty. Just have a daily like slice of life, but it's a nudist colony.
Oh, that would be
I
funny as
just think
heck.
that'd be so funny.
It would be very funny. I highly doubt that anyone would be willing to do that, though.
Oh yeah, it's never gonna happen, but it'd be hilarious.
It would be. It would be very funny. I don't think I would watch that.
I would watch the shit.
Whatever it is, but yeah. Oh, that would. It would be funny. It would definitely be funny, but at the same time, it's probably never happening.
Yep.
But yeah, it's like, but it's that kind of thing. It's there's like all of these different things like that. That's just like, Japan is so vastly different from America, and it's even fun.
Most places are.
Yeah. And like they have like comparatively they have way less shame than us. There's obviously like it's not to the point where it's like yeah you're gonna be like nude all over the place or whatever. But I think like the main reason for that is because of like bathhouses and stuff like that. They exist.
It's true. I think America, the United States, has a very different point of view of the human body
Yeah.
because we have this just very weird privacy obsession.
Yeah.
Where and I think part of it comes from everything having been sexualized in this country.
Yeah, that's true.
And so like men are like, well, if I see titties, then I'm gonna be aroused. And it's like, but they have a purpose besides your arousal. It's just a body. It's not
Yeah.
everything can be about sex.
Yeah. And I think that like I think it's kind of funny because to a certain degree the over sexualization of over here in America is kind of I feel like it's having an opposite degree where like because of how much we sexualize stuff especially like women in media and stuff like men are becoming less and less attracted to that and more attracted to like women who are covering up and stuff like that.
I think it's true, and I think that's like a really good point in that men are inherently human.
Yeah.
So while you may say, oh, men are uncontrollable, how can he look at a woman who's scantily dressed and contain himself? Well, yeah, I mean, my dog loves steak, but when I tell her no, she doesn't eat it, you know? So
Yeah.
it's...
Yeah, there's just like
They simultaneously view men as somehow less than human and also more than human. It's really strange.
yeah. And it's just like it's so weird. Like the we're going on a bit of a tangent here, but at the same time it's like it kind
What's
of
new?
it needs to be said. Like
Fair warning, this is coming from two white men, so I mean, there's a lot
Sure.
of privilege speaking here,
Yeah.
but
But like
yeah,
it's to the point now where like let's say I see like two women walk into a place and one is wearing like a really skimpy outfit and one is wearing like this nice just plain dress
Normal.
it doesn't even have to be like fancy or whatever. I'm usually
Yeah.
more attracted to the one wearing the dress.
yeah.
And it's like I just think that's
I
weird.
also think that like men are allowed to go around without shirts, and they're allowed to, you know,
to a certain degree. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you see a guy walking down the street without a shirt, you're gonna be like, okay, that's a little strange, but you're not gonna be like, oh my god, what is he doing?
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas if you see a woman walking down the street with no shirt on, chances are really good you're gonna be like, oh my god, she must have schizophrenia. She must be crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, like in like certain in like a lot of public places, like specifically like stores and restaurants.
Oh yeah.
Obviously you need to be wearing a shirt, but it's kind of funny the way that it's kind of turned out because with society just as a whole, women are allowed to wear a lot less than men for in like stores and stuff,
It's true.
which I just think, well, that's weird. Like a woman could
I
literally
do find that really funny how a woman can basically walk around in the sports bra and the shortest shorts possible that practically show her whole butt. And people are like, well, she's covered up. And I'm like, but if a man walks around with just a thong on, people are going to be like, that's inappropriate. And I'm like,
yeah, it's just like, what the heck?
I don't understand.
It's so weird. There's just so much with that, and it's just like we and it's really funny as well because like we've had like women come into my store where they're just wearing like a swimsuit or something, like a bikini, and it's like we can't be like, you need to put on some actual clothing, because then that's considered like, how dare you, blah 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 blah, all that stuff.
Right? It's so weird. Our culture is full of double standards, and I cannot
Understand it?
I can't. I really can't. Like, I spend actual time trying to wrap my head around this idea that we've considered our American United States culture, and I'm just unable to fathom.
Yeah. It's like, huh? The fuck? What are you doing?
It's like there are rules, but then there are rules that break those rules, and rules that break those rules, and then sometimes the original rule applies, and then sometimes it doesn't, and I'm just so confused all the time.
Yeah. And also, can we talk about like the dress code thing? It's like so weird because like a lot of like school dress codes are like, you need to be covering up properly and stuff like that. Which,
have we noticed that most of the dress codes focus on the girls too?
yeah, but then like you go out, like literally you go outside the school and it's just like so much more exposure, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, it's all strange.
it's weird, and it's just like, come on, people. Like, make a standard. Like, that would be nice. Make a standard that actually like makes sense.
And we have this culture of, well, it's my right.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like, granted, maybe, but at the same time, like, other people have a right to not be exposed to your coochie.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Just saying, like, you may have a right to be a slut, but
we don't want.
And that's not slut shaming. I'm not saying that's like you may have a right to sleep around, dress how you want, do whatever, but other people have a right to not hear about it. Like,
yeah. Oh, there was something that I really enjoyed. So there's this YouTuber that I follow, Illymation, and like she made like this thing where she's like, you're allowed to do like all these things, and then there's like and then she gets to the moment where she's someone where she says, you wanna walk around in bondage gear where walking your husband's on a leash or whatever, don't do that because you're exposing your kinks to children or something like that.
Other people haven't consented to being a part of your kink, and
yeah,
it's just
exactly.
Like,
it's weird. It's so weird, and it's just like, please stop.
it is so weird, and and nobody knows the rules, but they all pretend they do, and then they get mad when they don't follow their rules. And it comes back down to a matter of perception, and how at least Americans in particular have taken this self-preservation instinct to the illogical extreme, wherein they decide that their perception is the arbiter of reality.
Yeah. And it's like, a lot of that stuff is just like, stop, please. What the heck? I don't know. And it's just like I think it's kind of interesting because there's like other countries, I think Japan is probably like one of the really good examples where they do not want to cause any problems for anyone else, so they will like go out of their way to make sure that they're like being the best person that they possibly can for everyone. Which, let's be honest, that's not healthy, but
there's got to be a happy medium between the United States culture and the Japanese culture.
yeah, I don't know what that would be, but at the same time, it's like there needs to be something. I don't know. It's just weird. We've just gone on a complete tangent that has nothing to do with being nerds.
It's true, but it has a lot to do with being human, which, for the most part, we are.
Wait, you're human? I didn't.
For the most part.
I didn't think I was human.
For the most part, we share a lot of genes with humans. Yeah, he actually human per se, but we share a lot of DNA with them. That was one of the things in the Facebook group last night when people were going off on me for being trans, and they're like, well, what does your DNA say? I was like, my DNA says I'm 98% chimp. Should I go climb a tree?
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love at the end of what happens at the end of Sovereign.
Yes.
Where it's like, maybe you might have a Y chromosome yourself.
Really though.
It's just like
that. I literally had people commenting like, you have XX da 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 da, and I'm like, you know my genome? Where did you find that? I've been looking for it for years. You know, and I'm just like, I started getting sarcastic with these fuckers. I was like, oh my gosh, how do you know that? Can you share your information with me?
Like, I've never taken that type of test. I don't know.
Nobody knows. Are chances good that I have that? Sure. But, like, also, there's scientific backing to the existence of trans people. And this person literally kept obsessing over 41% of trans people have attempted suicide. And I was like, yeah, do you know why trans people attempt suicide? He's like, yeah, because they mutilate their bodies and they hate themselves. I'm like, no, it's because of people like you, but thanks for playing.
Yeah, like, that's, like, the part of the reason. And it's like, you've said that it's that you've struggled with that as well, and it's
yeah,
like, but at the same time, it's nobody's business with that.
You know whose business it is? What's in my pants or in my jeans?
Yours.
Mine, my girlfriend's, and God's, and sometimes a doctor.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
That's it. Certainly ain't strangers on the internet, I'll tell you that much. Why do you care if I have a penis or not? What is it to you? And this guy, he's like, I have a dick, something you'll never have. And I was like, why are you so proud? You measure that shit in millimeters? Goddamn.
Like, and that's another thing that always confused me is like, why do some guys have like such a care about how big their dick is? That's so stupid.
They're emotionally attached to their penis, and it's weird.
Like, come on, dude, just stop. I don't know.
I mean, I get insecurities, but at the same time, like, really, guys?
Yeah. Like,
be insecure about something someone will see more often than not.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I care more about like what if I look groomed or shit like that.
Yeah, right? Like, you should care, like, are my fingernails clean? Is my hair not greasy?
Yeah, exactly.
Am I tall? Am I short? Like, that's something to, you know, I understand height, where, like, guys are like, I'm insecure because I'm short. That's fine. Lots of people are insecure because they're short. That's something to be insecure about, you know? Like, that's a legitimate... It might be stupid, because height doesn't really matter. Yeah. But, like, at the same time, like, at least I can understand that insecurity. Whereas, like...
Yeah. Like, but that, also that is...
Outside of high school, when is a stranger gonna see your ween?
Public showers. That's, like, the the most that's gonna
Right?
happen.
So unless you routinely go to the gym and shower at the gym, which most people, to my knowledge, don't do that anymore.
Yeah, and like another thing about that is like guys have a rule, like an unspoken
That
rule
you don't
of
look.
to not look at people's at the other person's junk. It's just like
Literally. Women have that rule too. I will say that.
okay, yeah, but like
I think that's a general boundary rule where it's like, okay, well, when you're in the locker room, you don't just go like gaping and looking.
yeah, like
Yeah,
guys have like there is a urinal rule. Like
There is. It's true. That's one of the first things Cody taught me when he figured out I was using urinals. He was like, "You know the rule, right?" And I was like, "Yes."
yep, never. You need at least one between each other.
Yeah.
And you never look. You never look.
I appreciate it when there's walls between them. It makes me feel good.
Yeah, fair enough. Like when it's
There was one, I swear to God, this was the worst designed bathroom I've ever seen in my life.
oh, is it one
there
of the
was a
trough ones?
No. That's pretty bad.
That's really
But, like, no. It was so cramped in there. You know how they have to put a stall, because they have to.
yeah.
And so there was a teeny little stall, and then a sink, and between the stall and the sink, without any barriers whatsoever, was the urinal.
Oh.
And I mean, I'm talking, the urinal fit so perfectly between there was maybe 3 inches on either side.
Ugh. Oh, that's disgusting.
It's horrible.
Like what the fuck?
And what's worse is I'm sitting there washing my hands, and some guy comes in and uses it. And I was like, I don't need this in my life.
Oh, it's so bad. It's just like, oh, there's a reason that I don't like men's bathrooms.
I just don't like public bathrooms. God, they're so weird.
Yeah, like, oh, it's just so bad.
And what's with the gap in the stall doors? Why do we need to save money on stalls when we can't? When we
It's
skimp
actually
on
a safety thing.
bitch. Okay, but like, other countries don't have this problem. What safety issue could America have that other countries don't have in the bathroom?
I don't know. I really don't. I don't understand why they do that, but at the same time, it's
I've
like,
heard people with the, oh, it's a safety thing, oh, it's this.
is it?
Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's this, oh, it's that. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to make eye contact with someone walking by. I just don't.
Yeah. Like, I can kind of, like, obviously, we need, more bathrooms than, like, other countries because we're, like, one of the most populated countries, but besides China. Like,
Yeah, China, India, you know.
China is overpopulated. It's just a known fact.
It's true.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so that's like there's so
Mr.
much.
McCullough used to say that if all the Chinese people jumped up and down at once, the world would collapse in on itself.
That's kind of like fucked up, but at the same time.
It didn't say anything about their race, just about where they're located. So if everybody in China jumped at once, the world would collapse on itself. So it's not about race so much as population, which is really funny to me, which is why it was okay to laugh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's not about race. It's just, yeah, it's funny. But yeah, like China's the most populated. But yeah, that's
China and India, yeah.
yeah. And then we're like we're a lot more distributed. Let's just put that out there. So I guess
We're a lot less clumped together.
yeah.
There's
Like,
a lot.
unless you're at the cities, which is just like please
Yeah,
stop.
we do kind of cat litter. The shit clumps.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, San Francisco.
That was funny. Laugh at me.
I'm just thinking about San Francisco now. It's so congested.
Oh yeah, that's where Tesla lives. I can't imagine.
So he's going by Tesla now, right? You said?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Tesla sounds cool.
It's true.
Like, Nikola Tesla. He was a guy
It's true, and
and a badass.
also Tesla's favorite celebrity scientist.
Fair enough. But he's still he's still trans man, right? Or
Well, he's using they them. They're using they them pronouns.
okay, so non-binary now. Okay.
Or yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
I haven't asked.
Not important. Moving on.
Nope. Again, with the what does it matter?
Yeah,
We just
exactly.
know that they're our friend. Like that's
Yeah. Okay.
that's really what matters. That they're our friend, and
Yeah. And we accept them.
yeah. I remember when Tesla came out, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, like Tesla was the first. I think the first of us to come out, right?
Yep.
Okay. Like obviously, like there were other people in our high school who'd come out long before, but
Yeah. Although I was going back and I was like, I mean, we didn't really have a lot of exposure to queer people. I mean, there was gay people all over the place,
yeah.
but we all just had that don't ask, don't tell kind of opinion about it.
Well, that's kind of Nevada. Nevada in general is that they just don't give a shit. Like, yeah, it's like there's racism and homophobia and transphobia, but it's not like, for the most part, it's just like, oh, you're or especially in Fernley, it's like you're here because you can't go anywhere else, pretty much.
Yeah. Facts.
Like everyone knows that's why you're here. Like no one gives a shit if you like. Fernley is probably like one, or at least at the time, is one of the poorest towns in Nevada.
Oh yeah.
Despite the fact that it was like one of the busier. Like
Yeah.
like Fernley was like the biggest. Yeah, Fernley is the biggest city in Lyon County, I think. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
I think it's the only one that's considered a city, though. I could be wrong about that.
It is now considered a city. Yeah.
Well, it was considered a city before, before we moved there. I think.
Oh.
Like it's been a city for a while. I don't know. I might be wrong, but you get my point.
Oh, they were a city because they had Amazon there for so long.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, and I remember there was like some stuff with that they. I think we had like the mayor came to the town, came to the school and said like, explained like why we're a city and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And how we got we got that, but at the same time, it's like we're like this. It's I think Carson City is like a little bit is bigger, but at the same time, it's not in Lyon County. But obviously the biggest cities are Reno and well,
Vegas.
Reno and Vegas, but well, Sparno and Vegas is probably the better way to put it. Because,
Reno Sparks.
Yeah.
Reno, so close to hell you can see sparks.
It's the other way around. Sparks, it's so close to hell you can see Reno.
Oh my gosh.
Let's just be honest. That's the proper way of putting it because Reno is straight in hell.
That's true.
Oh my gosh, we're being mean, but at the same time, it's like fair enough. But yeah.
Okay, I'm getting different carts than I did before.
I think it might just be randomized.
I think it is.
Because I think it's funny because Joker like said, I don't think I've played as much as you guys, and I'm like, really? I've played for like a week at that point. It was like somehow I had more carts than him or something, or he thinks I have more carts. But yeah, like I didn't play that much. I've only like completed the Grand Prix for the originals for the main things, and that's pretty much all I've done.
That would be 100cc.
Yeah, 100cc I've done for every single one in the normal before the DLC.
Gotcha.
I've done one DLC Grand Prix, and I've also done one as a 50, I think. I have done
Gotcha.
I think I did both the one that I did as 50, I did that as 100, and I also did the one that I got a silver again, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
I haven't done much. I've played more online with you guys than I have actually played the game.
that's fair.
So, yeah, I think it's randomized. It's not just like,
I think
but yeah, I
because
don't
I
know.
just got one I haven't seen since my first playthrough, and I was like, oh, hello.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
I just got one I haven't seen since I first played,
Oh, okay.
and I was like, oh, I forgot that existed.
Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, I need to play it more, but at the same time, I'm like, I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
um, like Pokemon is my higher priority right now, and then Final Fantasy. Speaking of which, I'm not certain if I'm gonna continue the Let's Play of that. For anyone who has been wondering, um, I should look at the.
Or why not?
Well, the main reason is just that I want to just play the game without having to worry about doing the Let's Play. But
I
also,
think that's.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said I think that's fair.
Yeah. And another thing as well is it hasn't gotten that many views, and I haven't really ever liked doing Let's Plays. Um, like legitimately, the only time that I've ever done like a really big Let's Play was I think Kingdom Hearts, and that was because I live streamed it, and
Oh,
I had like Punisher Matt was there to help me out with a lot of it. Um, but like the main part of that Let's Play was just getting through the entirety of the Kingdom Hearts series, and I
yeah.
don't think I recorded all of it. In fact, I probably didn't. Thinking back at it, um, but also speaking of which, I do plan on doing another. I think I might actually Let's Play this on the channel. An entire Let's Play of the Kingdom Hearts series, um, starting from one, going all the way to Melody of Memory.
Wow.
From the
That's
beginning.
a lot of.
Yeah, it's a lot. Um, but the main reason I'm not certain on whether or not I want to do that is just because of the fact that it's such a pain in the ass. Um, so like obviously, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, I've played through those like 100 times. Um, but going back through, uh, not Dream Drop Distance. Dream Drop Distance is fine. Chain of Memories. Chain of Memories is like one that I don't even know if I don't even think I replayed it when I got the either the PS3 version or the PS4 version. I've never gone back to it except for on the PS2. Um, because it's such a long and tedious game that I just never wanted to play it again, and it's so bad. Like when I did my Let's Play of it a few years ago, where I played through the entire series on Twitch, I basically just was like, okay, we're gonna watch we're gonna watch all of the cutscenes on YouTube because you can do that. It's so bad.
I
Chandler,
like
huh?
watching videos of people play.
You,
Um,
oh, you like watching people play?
you know, but the ones that I find the most fun are the things they do, like, um, let's see, my favorite, like, 100 days in Stardew Valley, or 200 days in Stardew Valley, and how far can I get?
Yeah,
And they have like a special thing. They have an end date. There's no, I'm gonna play this game until it's finished. It's more like there's a goal. There's an expiration date.
yeah. Um, like part of what I'm thinking, what I want to do with the Kingdom Hearts Let's Play is I want to complete the entire game or the entire series before uh Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, which we don't know the release date yet, so that's why I've kind of been holding off on playing it. Um, but we have pretty much everyone is guessing at this point that it's either going to be this. Well, it can't be this year. But people are thinking that it's going to be next year because there's no other games that are slated at this point. Um, there is one game that was supposed to come out this year, but it hasn't yet, and that is the new phone game, Missing Link. That's been like
Is that
huh?
what is that a Legend of Zelda game?
No, Kingdom Hearts, Missing Link. That's like the only game that's supposed to be coming out this year, and the problem with it is that it's currently in the prototype, and it's been going since January, and there's been no and that's just in Japan, so like nobody has said anything about it since then. Like legit.
Speaking of beta testing, have we talked about Dreamlight Valley recently?
We have not. I haven't been on it in a while, but I've heard that there's like a whole bunch of stuff that's been added since we last played.
There's been a whole bunch of stuff. I want to restart my game so I can know where I'm at and kind of things like that. And
yeah, I could. I don't think I'm gonna restart the thing at all, but I might be. I might go back to it before too long.
Yeah, I mean that's a fun, cozy game to play.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's just something that like you can go back and play that whenever you need to.
Yep.
So I do plan on going back and playing that at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So yeah, that'll be fun. Wow. So for the record, just so you're aware, I haven't played that in so long that it's not even showing up in my most recent played games.
Yeah.
So, and like the most recent thing that it's showing right now is Final Fantasy VII, or the furthest back thing I should say. And that was a while ago that I last played that.
Wow.
So, let's see here. Where is it? Somewhere in here. I also haven't played Stardew Valley in a long time, either. What'd you say?
I said that's true.
Yeah. I don't even know where the game is. Oh, it might be in here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so yeah, I can play it again if I want to. But yeah. That was it's a fun game. I don't know how much they've added since then.
So much.
Yeah, like I just scrolled through the news. Like last time that I played was when Mirabelle and Olaf were added. So
also more recently than me.
Yeah. So Lion King Realm opened. The new update, The Remembering, which looks like it added the Fairy Godmother.
Yes, I've heard that.
And Vanellope Von Sweets was in the Dream Snaps.
Yes.
Which is the newest update. What exactly that means for the rest of it, I have no idea. I'll probably play it at some point. It's just gonna be a little bit before I do that.
Same.
But yeah, freaking Dauntless and Apex are actually like I've played those more recently, which is just like how.
We played them fairly recently, even if it was just the one time.
Yeah, that's true. But they're like more recent than Final Fantasy VII, which I'm like, I thought I played that more recently, as well as Persona 5.
Huh.
So, yeah. But to be fair, I've been more focused on other games recently, like Let's Build a Zoo and Katamari Reroll.
Let's Build a Zoo. Gosh. I stopped playing it after it got so glitchy.
It was getting glitchy for you?
So bad.
Oh, that's fun. My biggest problem with the game is just like it's so hard to keep like once you get like a ton of animals, it's basically impossible to keep track of everything.
It is, and that's what. Like, I got to the point where I had a nutritionist, and so I didn't have to order food anymore.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah, that's nice. But the other thing is that it doesn't freaking get rid of your animals fast enough.
No, it doesn't.
Like
And when they die, they just stay there. What the fuck?
Yeah. Like for whatever reason, the incinerator or whatever it is just takes for fucking ever to get there.
You have to have like 7 of them.
And it's so that's the thing. And then also the conservative place, whatever it's called, that just takes for fucking ever.
True.
Like that like I constantly was having to go in there and just be like, here, let me get rid of all of my animals.
Yeah.
Like, bring it down to like, especially for the rabbits, like, you need to, like, every now and again, you need to go in, get rid of all of your rabbits, save for 2. 1 male, 1 female, probably make them young.
Yeah, seriously.
And then just don't get any, don't keep them, just do that every now and again, and then you're okay. But then you also have to do that with a whole bunch of the other animals, like snakes, geese.
Gooses.
Yeah.
The gooses are.
Yeah, geese are bad. Yeah, I had to set up an incinerator right next to the geese because of the fact that I had so many dead ones. And it was bad. And that's why I chose to continue playing Star Wars.
Fair.
And then
All right, Rainbow Road as Mario in a standard cart. Let's go.
Well, that sounds fun.
That's pretty fantastic.
Well, anyways, guys, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. It's been a bit weird, but we've been going for about an hour, and we'll see you guys next time. But on.
Love you. Bye.